Good day, this is AJ with a.j.farzad LOA.com, where if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the homepage, you can sign up for my free newsletter and you will be informed of all the events and free trainings that I do weekly. See you there. Good morning. So one of the things that Atomic Habits talks about is when habits can become a crutch. And I wanted to discuss this morning because at what point does a habit become complacency? So one of the things that James Clear mentioned is that whenever you're working on a habit, you need to do constant reviewing of it. And this is very, very common because like one of the things that I teach in my Science and Behavior of Success 2-day seminar is the 6 steps that it takes to create a goal. And it is very easy that after a while, after you've been doing this and after you have had some success, we kind of get complacent, right? We think that we know it and everything is great and we're doing fine. And we start skipping steps. We start taking shortcuts. And at first, those little things may not really have too much of an effect. But just like 1% improvement by itself is not going to do anything. It's thousands and thousands of, habits and 1% that will eventually make you the person that you want, the salesperson that you want, the success that you want. The same is true in the other direction, right? 1% here and there you may not notice, but soon after a year, as it is mentioned in Atomic Habits, you can essentially be down to 0. All of your gains are gone. So what we want to make sure is we are constantly doing reviews. We want to make sure that we go back to those little things that at some time may now feel mundane and unimportant. And James Clear in this book mentions the difference between a professional and someone that is a high performer and people that are just ordinary is that the professionals and the high performers will do the boring stuff, will go through the boring, will go through the times where it doesn't feel good to do something. And yet the mediocre and the amateurs let life get in the way. It's a really, really good sentence and a quote from this book, Atomic Habits. So don't let life get in the way of your success. Go back to those things that you have learned early on and make sure every 6 months, every year, that you are doing those things that you're supposed to be doing. You are constantly wanting to improve your habits. You constantly want to make sure that the little things. I remember when I first learned about the law of attraction, it was, attracting a parking space or attracting a cup of coffee. To this day, I find it exciting when I'm going into the mall and I'm visualizing that parking space and boom, it's there. This is almost 11 years and it still excites me. And yet, sometimes as far as the goals, I skip maybe 1 or 2 of those 6 steps of the goal settings. So we all fall into it. And this was a really good reminder for me to reassess how I set my goals. Taking a 15-minute in the morning to meditate for you, 15 minutes of the entire day. Sometimes we have an early morning call with a customer, so we'll skip that 15 minutes. Get up earlier. It's your time. The first part of the day is your time, and it will set you up to succeed. It tips the scale towards you. Do the 6 steps of the goal setting. Maybe, 10 minutes less of a TV or reading or something like that. Do those little things, and you will be surprised at how effective they will become. I hope this makes sense to you. That's all I have for you today. To your success. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to have this type of training for your organization, please email me at aj@a.j.farzad LOA.com. To your success.